Hey everybody, this is the Random Nothingness podcast. I am P-Way.
I am Nino.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Okay. Um, today, you know what? I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't want any goddamn introductions. I want to talk about getting fat in the fucking South. All right. Jesus
Oh,
Christ. All right. So I was on Facebook the other day. A bashing of intelligence, and I'm from the South, so I feel like to a degree I have some reason to speak on it. I seen a post where I have a couple of friends. A lot of them get fucking fat and disgusting after high school, me included. So I'm not I'm not excluded from that. And I'm just like, all right, cool. They're posting Throwback Thursday photos, the Flashback Fridays, and the friends are like, oh no, girl. It's a girl. Oh no, girl. You ain't fat. You just thick. You getting thick. You was skin and bones back then. I'm like, why the fuck are you so goddamn accepting of fat culture? You know? Oh, Jesus.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it bothered me
So
so
what do you have
goddamn
against
much.
fat people, though, is my question.
Huh?
Do you have something against fat people?
Oh, okay. Don't even. No, I don't. It's just that.
No, no, I'm asking. Like, are you, like, disgusted by fat people? That's all.
I'm
Jesus, you don't have to get so damn defensive.
no! no, I'm not.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not disgusted by fat people. It's just that, yo, if you're fat to that degree, you're not healthy. Okay? Like, and especially in the South
How
where,
fat are we talking, huh?
well, like fucking elbow butt fat. Like you have
Like,
an ass on your elbow fat. That type of fat, you know?
like grandma in church fat?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, no. A little bit less than that. That's kind of extreme. That's kind of extreme.
Okay.
But still fat.
Okay.
And so I don't hate fat people. But in the South, with all these fatty foods and shit, fucking eating fried chicken with macaroni and cheese and fucking mashed potatoes, which all sound delicious right now, actually. But fucking, us
Yeah, I was
eat,
going to say,
yeah,
Thanksgiving's around the corner, and
that
I'm eating
sounds
all of that.
amazing. With them doing that so goddamn much, and eating that so much, it piles it on really quickly, especially if you're not active. I've noticed that I have a sedentary
Yeah.
lifestyle, especially right now. Right now, I'm laying back in bed with the phone on my fucking bare chest. I didn't want to rub against my t-shirt, and I'm playing the game at the same time. And I don't plan on doing anything until I have to. But at the same time, I'm still active in the sense that I will go to the gym, and I'm not to sit here stuffing my face full of a week's worth of fried chicken down my gullet, and then going on Facebook, posting a flashback Friday when I had like a six pack. I never had one. When I had like a flat stomach, and then people telling me it's okay, boy. Well, they won't say that for men. They'll only say it for girls. They won't say that for dudes.
Yeah, they'll be like, nobody will even comment
Yeah,
that you're a guy.
yeah,
But,
exactly.
no, but I mean, how active does one have to be? Because I work out more than I used to, and, which was none. And, and, but I also eat healthier now. But like when I was working out and still eating like shit, like I wasn't gaining any weight. It's not just about the food.
Well, yeah, but that's the great
Or
equalizer.
it's not just about the working out. I mean,
But the working out,
so
like, yeah,
you're saying in the South. So you're saying in the South it's socially acceptable to be fat.
yes,
Is that what you're getting at?
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, goodness, what?
Dude,
Who hurt you?
nobody, man. Look, I am from the South. I was born there. Most part, I was raised there. I seen it, and it's so normal. Like there were times, even when I thought I was fat as a kid, I would go to my of course grandma's gonna do this anyways. They'd be like, "Dang, Aaron, you're so skinny. You're so skinny. You need some meat on your bones." No, I don't. I do not need at that age and at that height. I did not need more meat on my bones, and I'm paying for it now. So
At the height, yeah, because
yeah,
because people don't understand the importance of setting a good diet for kids because that's what they grow up with, and that they have to take care of themselves at some point.
fucking Kool-Aid, delicious as
Yeah.
fuck,
Nothing,
but not good for you
but
at all.
not good for you. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, I didn't measure no fucking sugar. I just poured it in there until I felt like it was enough. 2 cups, my ass.
I measured it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
You
measured it
measured it?
because I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't like uncertainty.
That wow, you are living life so boring right now. Like live life on the edge, man.
No, it makes me so uncomfortable.
Really? But then you'll just like you'll know when it's too much. Like, it's like a certain balance. I guess pouring it for a good 18 seconds is good. Okay, not 18 seconds.
Uh,
Probably like a
I'm not taking. I'm
good.
not. I'm not taking that risk.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. There's like a good balance. I haven't made Kool Aid in years, but I know that there's a balance, and I know it would be second nature if I did do it right now. So I just don't like the normalcy of
Oh,
that in the South.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't see a lot of fat people in other places, do you?
like Colorado, for example, everybody had like a fucking 6 pack. You know, calves are the size of melons. Like you don't really see that over there because it's not normalized to eat extremely fatty foods and then just do nothing for the rest of the day. You know,
I wonder why it's like that
I
though.
have no idea because it's not that way in New
Maybe because
York.
New York was awesome, man. We need to go back.
Okay,
Oh my
now,
God, take me
oh, Jesus
back.
Christ. Okay, New York isn't like that. Philly isn't like that. Jersey isn't like that.
Philly, Philly, Philly.
So I'm just like, why?
Jersey. When did you go to Jersey?
That was a long time ago. I was like, why would I have trips outside of knowing you, right? Just letting you know.
You better not have any other friends besides me.
Okay, are you done? I'm gonna let you go ahead and get this out. I'll give you a good 20 more seconds to get it out. So I'm like, I also want to tell you something else about Jersey as well. Yeah, I'll tell you that a
Okay,
little bit
but
later.
finish your story.
Yeah, so it's normalized, and I know it's such a big deal talking about fat acceptance. I actually seen another picture online where it's this like morbidly obese girl. She was fucking horribly obese, fat as a fuck, and like she was like, "Oh, I'm confident in my skin, blah 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 blah," and I was like, "All right, cool. Be confident in your skin. I am just fine with that. That is cool. Uh, long as you're happy." But at the same time, she looked really unhealthy, and I know I'll probably get flack for this.
Yeah.
If anyone fat ever hears this, they're gonna I'll probably get flack
Why
for
you say fat with such gusto? Like fat, fat.
because I know the feeling. And I'm just like, so someone they commented and they were like, hey, I'm so happy that you're confident in your skin. And there's some girls, I'm so happy that you're confident in your skin, but it seems like you're really unhealthy, and I think it would help you to lose a little bit of weight. And like the main poster, she was like, "Yeah, always a hating ass bitch." I'm like, "Oh my god, she's literally trying to save your
Oh
life,
shit.
literally trying to save your life." And people just jumped on it. All fat people, of course. They just jumped on it. They was like, "Yeah,
Of course.
fuck that girl for telling me how to live my life." I'm like, "Dude, all you gotta do is exercise just a little bit."
Really?
You know?
Just walk.
Yeah. You ever heard of those people that stop drinking soda and the weight just like drops off? You know? Like
Yeah,
dead
like those
skin.
people that are deployed, like when they lose weight, and they're like, all I did was, what does they say? All I did was stop drinking sody pop. For me, when I was deployed, I just stopped drinking anything, and all I drank was water.
Yeah.
And I only ate rice and beans like for lunch and dinner, and then for breakfast, I mean, I would usually eat whatever they had there, like eggs and shit like that.
Right.
But I ate rice and beans for every fucking meal.
I
Dude,
don't
I lost like 15 pounds when I was over there.
I feel like you needed more protein than that, man. So
Say it again?
I feel like you needed more protein than that.
Oh yeah, but I just didn't trust a lot of the meat that was there, and I didn't want to get sick.
Did you like come inside of your rice and beans to get more protein or what?
Yeah, basically what I did is I would save up a cum deposit,
Okay.
and then I would just drizzle it over my beans. It's like frosting or something like
I
that.
would lightly drizzle it like buttermilk ranch. Yeah, so
Buttermilk ranch.
yeah, it just bothered me so much, and for years it's been such a struggle uh, to to get out of that mindset that I can just eat whatever I want and just get fat and then go home. Cause like, so my family's ruthless. Like, if I don't eat enough, they're like, "Wow, you get too skinny." If I gain like 2 pounds, damn, well, you getting big, ain't you? You know, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm not gonna say who it is, but I went home one time, and they were like, "Wow, Aaron,
You know who you are.
they're, right?" They're like, "Man, you thick." And they were saying, they said I was thick, kind of like a. And this is how I took it to justify my fatness. They said I was thick like a football player, like I could be fucking some guy's wife, like a cuckold. And like I don't know why that's the comparison I went to, but but they
Is
like
the guy that has
huh?
sex with the woman the cuckold? Is the guy that has sex with the woman the cuckold, or the guy that is having his wife
The guy who's having his wife.
have sex with?
So I guess I would be the what do you call it? The bull. Like I'm the guy fucking the guy's wife, and they call me a bull.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
cause
You ever heard of that? Like when he comes inside of it, they call it breeding. What kind of animalistic shit is that?
Jesus, just
I know. All right, let me bust past that. Anyways, they were saying they were saying, "Oh, you get dick, huh? You dick, huh?" And in my mind, this person has fucking rolls, you know, and like of course everybody has rolls sitting down, but they have like noticeable. They're one of those people that fucking pull their pants up over their gut when they wear them, you know, just tucking their like
I
ass
used to not
stomach
know what
into
that
the
was when I
front.
was a kid.
Huh?
I said I used to not know what that was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to think I was like, damn, like what the fuck is that?
Yeah. What are you smuggling? Yeah, it is fucking terrible, and I'm just like, all right. At first in my head, I was like, all right, you're the last person to tell me anything about health, but you know, I mean, they weren't that big, but I think because I took it so personally, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy, man. You know, you can suck my dick. Okay, I'm not that angry, but I was very upset.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Somebody said something to me the other day.
Mhm.
They were like, speaking about taking things personally. It was like, I came back from the gym and they were all eating lunch and they were like, we knew you were gonna eat. Or they're like, what'd you work out today? And I was like, arms, because I usually do chest, arms, legs, back, and then abs on Friday.
In the same day?
And no, I'm talking about Monday through Friday.
Oh, I'm about to say, God damn.
No, fuck all that.
Yeah.
But
Christ.
but anyway, so they were like, "Oh, I called it. I knew you were gonna do upper body. You don't do lower body." I was
Oh
like, "Says the
shit.
person that doesn't." I was like, "Says the person that doesn't even go to the fucking gym." All right,
Did you
shut
say
up.
that?
I just walked away. I was so, I was so fucking like,
Ooh, spicy.
what do you say? I took it so personally. I don't know why. Like I knew that they were joking. Like in hindsight, they were just joking. But I was just like, shut the fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't even go to the gym.
Says
I
the
don't want to
person
hear
who
it.
lost his wife in a car accident. All right, I
Oh
could
shit.
have. I could have not said that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, why did you take it so personally?
I don't know. I've been really sensitive lately.
Yeah, you did tell me that. That's really weird. That's weird that you're showing emotions as a man. Men don't do that, so.
Yeah, I know.
God, and
I
that-
must be
yeah.
turning gay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You must be gay because straight men don't show emotions. You fucking fag.
You fucking fairy.
That the South also, and don't get me wrong. Now I'm about to pad it up. Don't get me wrong. I love the South.
Here you go.
But
You ask anybody, they'll tell you.
yep. But the South can be so fucking toxic to like, especially like black men. You know that masculinity bullshit. And I'm just not, I'm not with that at all. I'm not for that in any way whatsoever. That's why I think I get so passionate about things like that, because the way people think is so fucking backwards. Like the fact that they don't, a lot of them don't, they'll, like if I say or do anything that can even be misconstrued as gay, they'll be like, boy, are you gay or some shit? Like if I was, why the fuck would it matter? How would it affect you? And I couldn't imagine.
What the fuck are you gonna do if I'm gay?
Right? And I was like, I couldn't imagine being black and gay in the South, Atlanta, pretty much. I couldn't imagine being black and gay and then not being accepted by your family and potentially being ostracized because of that. I was like, dude, that's insane. And just some of the mindsets that he have is just like, I'm like, yo, this is not healthy. Okay, like in any way, this is not conducive to a good relationship with the people around you, especially your kids if they happen to have that lifestyle. You know. And and also
Yeah.
especially if they're fat as fuck, and you're saying that it's okay for them to be fat and making it you're normalizing it. And I don't know why. Just leave a healthy lifestyle, and that's all I have to say about it. And just stop trying to make it a normal thing that your fucking chin is pouring out of your fucking turtleneck. Like I don't like that shit. All right.
Oh, so you know how it's socially acceptable to be fat when you're in the South?
Yeah.
Imagine a fat gay person.
Ooh, fat, gay, and black. Ooh, shit.
And black. I don't like men's no more. He was fat and black.
Yeah, what? Why? I was not convinced in any way when he did that, and I was like, why? Why?
The way he said men's, I was just like, yep, still gay.
I don't like men's no more. Yeah, I do not.
I was like,
that. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, his fucking wings are showing.
Yeah, that guy he did not. He's gonna get married to a woman and then just spend years just fucking hating himself because it's not really who he is. Yeah.
Going behind her back and cheating on her and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, going to glory holes, off of Craigslist,
And getting a disease.
Oh yeah, possibly. Well, can you get disease from getting your dick sucked? Well, I guess sucking dick you can get disease.
Yeah, you can. I'm really concerned about your knowledge on STD transmittal.
Why are you concerned about it? It's good to be knowledgeable. So I don't.
Okay, no. I'm not. No, you're not. You know what you're doing.
Like I don't see why it's an issue that I'm aware of STDs and the risks that they present to me in my lifestyle.
No, you know exactly what you're doing. You know that you can get it from getting blowjobs. You know you can get STDs from anal and stuff like that.
I mean, how likely is it? It's not that likely, I'm sure.
Dude, it doesn't matter how likely is it. If there's a 1% chance.
Okay, stop it, Batman versus Superman bullshit. All right, because there's a fucking more than 1% chance that you could die in a goddamn car accident. That doesn't mean you don't drive.
I don't have a chauffeur.
Okay, all right. Anyways, I also want to talk about. Well, remember, not really talk about. I just want to make a statement. You know how we never really discovered if Usher had herpes?
Oh yeah. Where's his drug test? I want to see his drug test.
A drug test?
Or his STD test. I meant.
Yeah. So I mean, I think he's countersuing the fat girl. I know it's old news now, but he's countersuing the fat girl for saying that shit. But because he was like, yeah, I didn't give you herpes and some shit like that. But he didn't say he didn't have herpes. He just said he didn't give her herpes. So I'm just like, hey man, do you have herpes or not? Okay. I just love it. That's all I want to know.
He like he says it. He's like a press conference and he's like, hey man, I don't have herpes. Or no. He says, hey man, I didn't give you herpes. And then he's like starting to walk out and everyone's like, no, man, hey, no. We asked you if you have herpes.
We didn't ask all the other shit. Do you have herpes? Conference over.
He was like, no further questions.
That's all I wanted to know. Like, and people, just like, and I went through this the other day, that celebrity worship you were mentioning the other day, like, for example, R. Kelly, that motherfucker has bangers. Like, I love his songs. I listened to it the other day when I went out, and it was in a club, and they were still playing R. Kelly. I'm like, man, he's so fucking talented. Why does he have to, like, pee on little girls?
Legend.
He's a fucking pedophile. I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah.
I felt guilty listening to his music.
Yeah, you feel dirty almost,
Yeah,
like, I feel so bad every time I listen to that one song. That after you told me about Tentaction or whatever his name is.
Oh, XXX Temptation or Tentacion or whatever. Yeah.
Every time I listen to that song that I like, I just feel so guilty. I'm like, am I supporting like domestic abuse?
Yeah.
Or like right. I'm having a moral debate with myself.
Right. I just want to
want to work it out.
Right. Yeah, and certain things like that, I'm just like, man. But then at that point, where does it stop? Because I'm sure many of the other celebrities, besides Beyonce, I'm sure, has like super dark fucking, secrets. I mean, even if
What
Beyonce
do you
did
say
have a
beyond
dark,
Beyonce?
well, I'm saying even if Beyonce even did have a dark secret, her fucking fans wouldn't care. Okay, you ever see that
Yeah.
post where it was like,
Nobody perfect, baby.
yeah, they would make excuses for her, and I don't worship Beyonce in any way. I can acknowledge that she's talented, but I
I
personally
honestly
don't
don't
get the
think she's
hype.
that talented either.
Oh, stop it! She's talented. I just don't get the hype.
She's talented, but she's not like, oh shit. Like her voice seems. I've heard better voices. I'll say that, and they're not nearly as famous.
Can you think of like those names of those people that you've heard?
No. I'm talking about like when you like on YouTube and stuff like that, and like those that show that I watched, The Voice, stuff. I've heard better voices on there, and I'm just like, okay, like
Well,
these kids aren't famous at all because
who's to say it was a better voice? We're not singers, you know. Obviously, she has a universal voice that everyone around the planet likes her. The planet, you know, the planet.
the Bayhive or the Beehive.
Yeah,
I
the
meant.
Beehive. Yeah, and they were fucking kill for her. They have sent death threats to people.
No way.
Dead ass. Like if someone disagreed, I forgot the situation, but something happened, and they sent death threats. I mean, that's not unheard of. Celebrity worship has been going on for years. It's been going on for a little over a century. Probably, well, I wouldn't say over just a century. I mean like movie celebrities, so I guess less than a century. Movies and like entertainers and that sort
Well,
of
like,
huh?
like, well, like, why though? Like, why do we see them as better than us?
Well, I don't, because I'm the best person ever. But I think that people tend to emulate them. Like they see someone successful, they want to be that person in a way. And so when they see someone
Yeah.
at that level, um, they try to copy them anyway, like the styles. Like I even noticed that in the early 2000s, the styles that we copied. There was a time that I wore a do rag and I had a hat on top of it, like I was 50 Cent. I didn't have waves. I didn't
I've
have
done
enough
that
hair
too.
for that.
It doesn't.
But I wanted to be at that level. I'm like, oh, I'm like this person now. If they're successful coming from nothing, why can't I do the same? I think that's probably where it stems from.
But you gotta. Why would you want to do something the same as somebody else?
Well, a lot of people are the
Wouldn't
same.
you want to make?
I was trying to be something that I wasn't. I'm not part of G Unit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't you want to make your? But I was just saying, like, wouldn't you want to make your own way?
Yeah, but I did also want to talk to you about this. Like, yeah, you can make your own way, but there's also there's formulas that do work, I'm sure. Like, for example, I'm not trying to get famous in any way. I wouldn't want to be famous. I just want to be comfortable in my life, and when I retire, I can have enough money to just do whatever I want. So that's why when me and you started this, okay, okay. So it's like when me and you started this podcast, I genuinely wanted to do it for me and you to talk and have like a record of, hey, these things me and my buddy talked about, and this is the ideas that we had. Not that anything big is gonna come of it, because you know how many goddamn podcasts there are. You know.
Yeah, a ridiculous amount.
Ridiculous, because now it's the hot new thing now, so not everyone is doing it, and it's not just like a key to success. It's just a way to get your voice out there on the platform, because that's what social media allows you to do now. So I don't expect anything to come of it. I just enjoy doing it. So that's not the path to success I would take.
We have views.
Us.
And had them views like a motherfucker. Had like 1 million views.
Yeah, right. Fucking refreshing it every 5 seconds.
Oh man, no. When we release it, though, I'm sure it'll spread, just like that guy. It's just like most military comedians.
What guy?
You know what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna do any names. I'm not gonna do that.
No, which guy are you talking about? I really don't know. What guy,
I feel like
man?
you're trying to trap me.
Oh my god, what guy?
The guy that's like a get out of my airport.
Oh, okay. I don't even know his real name. So
yeah. I think it's like Geo something maybe, or
I don't know,
I
maybe.
don't know.
Well, I don't. I'm not
But
expecting like
anyway,
I'm not
so
expecting us to be even close to that because we're not putting it out there for that. You know?
yeah, well, exactly that, and also we're not videos. Our stuff is like an hour and some change. That
Oh
shit is like
yeah.
2 minutes,
If
and
any,
sometimes
yeah,
I don't even want to watch. Sometimes I don't even want to watch 2 minute videos. I'm like, yo, if you can't capture my attention in 6 seconds, then I don't want to watch this.
that's the world we live in now. And I honestly, if uh, if anyone watches or listens to the whole hour of us fucking talking, all the power to you, man. I appreciate you for sticking it out.
Yeah, for good looking out, man. Good sticking it out.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what you're trying to gain from this, but man, I appreciate you just hanging out with us, man. So
Nah, I don't think anything's gonna come of it. I have no dreams, no hopes of it. I'm just happy that we're doing it because we don't get to talk as much anymore because of the time difference. So
that's true. I did want to tell you, just like on an off note, that Korea, I believe, as much as I love the place, and this doesn't take away from it, but Korea is the New
why are
Jersey
you
of
padding
Asia.
everything?
I'm not patting it.
It's a New Jersey of
Is a
Ada.
New Jersey of Asia, and I think Japan is the New York. And I'm very excited to go to Japan. Now Korea is cool; it has a whole lot of cool shit, just like Jersey. But uh, I can just see it as the New Jersey of fucking Asia. And Japan, Tokyo, for example, it is the fucking New York. It's a mega metropolis. So I'm just like, that's where I
Yeah,
kind of get the
Tokyo
logic
was
from.
dope, dude.
Right. So I definitely can't wait to go. Um,
Uh,
what was the last thing that I wanted to say about celebrities and that worship that they had? Oh, I don't. The girl, kids are influenced by them 100%. Just like you said, Tobias was
yeah.
influenced by cartoons. Kids are also influenced by fucking
Hmm.
celebrities. Like even though people like to shit on Bow Wow now, Bow Wow was the shit. Okay,
Yeah.
like you weren't a kid
Hair
when
nappy,
yeah.
but I'm happy. Pocket full of dough.
I think you keep going. Okay. Yeah,
Nah.
he was the shit, and I wanted to have cornrows because of this nigga. Him and well, not Lil Romeo, but
Yeah.
Bow Wow. I was like, man, this boy, he is on fire right now. I remember one time it was a pep rally, and like, I don't know what grade I was in. I know it was like early elementary, and it was like, remember that Bow Wow song that goes, bum bum dun 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 dun, and I forgot what the it's like bounce with me or some shit like that. Anyways, I remember that song came on, and again, I was surrounded by white people. I was in the country at the time, and when that song came on, me and the other three black people in the school were like, "Oh shit!" We were fucking running, kicking our legs in the air and shit, throwing our hats to the sky.
Oh
Like it was
my
fucking,
god.
it was fucking amazing. It was a moment shared by each other, man. I just Bow Wow was the shit. So now that I see him at this point, you know that line that either you die a hero or live long enough to become the villain? Yeah. People hate this nigga now, man. They call him Shad Moss and shit. They don't call
Yo,
him Bow Wow no more.
you know what? There was this time we had a. You remember like the school dances?
Yeah.
Um. So the school dances. Hold on.
Get it
Fuck.
out, man.
All right.
What?
So anyway, the DJ. I'm trying to do something. So anyway, the school dances. You know, the DJ or whatever, you request a song and all that bullshit, blah 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 blah.
Right.
I had the little Bow Wow CD in my I don't know where I had it. I think I had it in my book bag or something like that
It was a
because I
must.
wanted to show people at school that I had it. Huh?
It was a must to have it. It's good that you carried it
Oh
around. You
yeah,
never
I
know
had
when the
that shit.
conversation might come up.
Uh, yeah, exactly. So I sent it or I had it or whatever, and so I played it. And as soon as the DJ put that shit on, everybody was like, all the black people were like, "Oh!" And we were like pointing at each other, like
Yeah.
rapping the lyrics as hard as we fucking could. And like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
god, that was a good time.
That's what brings humans together, man. Bow Wow. Okay. At the time, Bow Wow was a shit. I don't know if it's Beware of Dog He had an album called Doggy Bag.
Really?
Yeah, Doggy Bag. Like a
Oh,
yeah,
well, I think we found the title of this episode.
Doggy Bag. I don't know if I want
No,
to.
no, no,
I want to
Bow.
say Doggy
No,
Bag
no,
sounds like a
no,
sexual position.
no. Bow Wow the Messiah.
Oh my fucking god. Well, he okay. So maybe to a degree because he was at his peak, all right, and now he's hated by, everyone for some reason. He hasn't really done anything wrong besides lie about having a private jet and shit like that. So we basically have to
That's just weird.
crucify this nigga right now, and then like I guess in 3 years or so, however musician time works, he'll come back with some fire ass shit, maybe on a trap beat with featuring Gucci Mane and Amigos, and then he'll be relevant again. So I don't know. Bow Wow, the rap messiah, coming back with a vengeance, my nigga.
Yo, he was the shit, man. And you remember when Lil Romeo came out? We
Yeah,
were hoping, like, in our heads that
yeah.
him and Bow Wow would do like a rap battle or some shit like that.
I thought they had beef.
Did they for real?
I'm pretty sure they had beef. They're both young kids with cornrows. You gotta have beef.
Yeah, they looked exactly the fucking same.
Well, except
Get
for
the fuck out of here.
yeah, and one of them was okay. So Romeo was his dad is Master P, and Bow Wow's spiritual predecessor is fucking Snoop Dogg. Not anymore. Snoop Dogg way past this nigga now, but it was Snoop Dogg. So he got two
Nephew.
big heads on it, and yeah, I expected
What
it to
about
be a lot
Jermaine
more,
Dupri?
but no. I mean Jermaine. I mean Jermaine Dupri did a lot
Okay.
for Bow Wow, and Jermaine Dupri is a legend in the game. However, you know what I'm talking about. Bow Wow and Snoop Dogg goes together like fucking cereal and milk. Master P and his son is literally Little Romeo. You know, so
Yeah.
that's how I thought it was
Did
gonna
you
be a
ever
bigger
hear that
thing than
rumor
it
that?
was. What?
Did you ever hear that rumor that Jermaine Dupri was fucking Bow Wow?
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. Well, yeah,
Like, what was that?
like I don't know. I don't know who starts those rumors, but they had to been like this is before. This was pre-social media kind of. Besides like MySpace, but this is like when a rumor like that spreads. That shit is people take that shit as fucking law. You know, they don't even question it. I think we mentioned it before about how like
No,
fucking people said Sierra was a man and had a dick or some shit. Like they said that when I was in middle school. I was
yeah,
like,
I
what
heard
the
that
fuck?
too. Yeah, I heard that too, and I was like, "Oh shit, for real?"
Yeah, yeah, I believed it immediately. I was like, damn, man, she got a dick. Man, shit, man. Damn. Yeah. We take that shit as fucking law because celebrity gossip is so fucking juicy that you just do not want to. You don't want to not believe it. And plus, it gets
Yeah,
something.
exactly, and
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's how rumors. That's how rumors spread, and then that's how celebrities' careers just. And then TMZ. Can you imagine working for TMZ?
absolutely not. That'd be terrible, actually.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. People do not like paparazzi.
Why though? I mean, they are annoying.
They literally invade your. Imagine every time you go to the grocery store, you're just trying to pick out your selection of deli meats, and some guy comes out of nowhere fucking trying to interview you. You just woke up, you was drinking the night before, your head hurts. You don't want anyone to bother you, and they can't even do simple shit like go to the grocery store because of shit like that. They
Yeah,
follow them
that's true.
everywhere.
I'd be pissed.
You gotta be in shape all the time. Otherwise, they'll go to just like what happened with Wendy Williams. Go to a beach, they catch you at an unflattering angle, and that's fucking it.
Yo,
That's everywhere.
well, I don't know about unflattering. She's ugly as shit anyway.
I
But
personally think so, but I mean, I think what Ti had said. Ti had said, regardless of what people say about her, she has done a lot as a black woman. And she's super successful. I was like, yeah, man, but that doesn't stop her from looking like a fucking gargoyle, my nigga. I don't know what.
yeah, she does
Yeah.
look like a gargoyle.
I don't know what type of relationship he's trying to get with her. I don't know what type of benefits he's trying to get. Maybe he is just genuinely a nice guy. I'm like, nah, nigga. Let the internet do its thing. Let him roast her, because she doesn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, because she roasts people for a living.
Yeah, exactly. Why the hell would she give a shit if people roasted her? She knew getting up in the morning what she looked like. It wasn't a surprise. So So I think she kind of expects it to a degree. Like if I get out and I go to a fucking beach with my shirt off, I'm not gonna bend over at the waist. People see my rolls and shit. No, I'm gonna stand up straight the entire time. I'm gonna lay down. I'm literally just gonna just like fall back. I'm not even gonna bend over to lay down. I'm just gonna fall back, let my head hit the fucking towel, and I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna be out there in the water, fucking waves slapping my titties around. I ain't doing that shit. Cause I fucking know.
Looking like a goddamn letter C.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not fucking doing this shit. But I know
That's
myself.
really funny, dude.
But I'm also not rich, so if I was rich, you definitely couldn't tell me shit.
Yeah, if I was rich, you wouldn't be. Holy shit, dude! My cat scared the crap out of me just now.
That's what cats do.
I saw her like moving out the corner of my. I saw her moving out the corner of my eye. I thought it was like a spider because I'm terrified of spiders.
Well, how small or how
But
big
yeah,
is
it
your
was.
cat that you thought it was a spider?
Well, I saw only like her ear
Oh,
because
okay.
she's crawling from outside under the bed. Yeah, I only saw her ear, so it was pretty creepy.
That would freak me the fuck out. Have you
Yeah.
what was I about to say? Oh, I forgot. Oh well, moving on. No need to dwell on the past. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, if I was rich, there's a fun fact that I learned the other day. Do you know how many so seconds, right? How many days a million seconds is?
How many days? A million seconds?
Yeah. Like
Well,
make a guess.
let me. Don't look it up.
No, don't look it up. Just guess.
Okay, I don't know. Like a month? No, 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 no. Like 2 days?
Is that your guess?
Yeah, two
A
days.
million seconds. A million seconds is 11 days.
11 days?
11 fucking days.
Damn. So if I were to count to a million right now in seconds, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi,
Yeah.
it'd take me 11 fucking days.
11 fucking days. You know how many fucking days a billion seconds is?
All right, so that's 11.
I really hope you're not using the calculator.
No, no, no. I'm trying to do
Just guess.
public math, which I know I'm not good at.
Just throw a guess out there. What you think?
So you said a million seconds is 11 days.
A million seconds is 11 days. How many days are a billion
Oh,
seconds?
fuck, it's got to be like 2 months.
It's 32 years.
God damn.
Yeah, that really puts in perspective how much fucking money people have. Because people brush off a million like it's nothing, but when you say billion, that really puts the scale of how much fucking more money it is. You know?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, dude. And I'm just like you. I wouldn't be upset with being a millionaire, but being a billionaire. So if you're a millionaire, if you have $1 million, you probably won't have to work for like the rest of your life, depending on how you manage that money. If you're a billionaire, your family doesn't have to fucking work, and your family's family doesn't have to fucking work, and probably your family's family's family.
Really?
Yes.
That's, so you're talking about if you invest, though, right?
Yeah. If you're not just going out fucking buying Lamborghinis and turning to boats and shit. Yeah. Nah, just
Okay, I thought you were just saying like just having a billion. Period. I was like, that's honestly not that much money if you're spending frivolously.
Stop it.
If you're
Yes,
spending
it is.
frivolously,
Do you know how much it would take for you? I just told you how much a billion seconds was. You know how much money you would have to spend in order to spend $1 billion?
I mean, not much.
No, stop it.
I could spend that in like I could spend that about 4 seconds.
Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Honestly, couldn't spend that much money.
You
No,
would
I
need
get what
to
you're saying though.
spend it every single day. You would need to spend your entire day spending money at all times.
Yeah, and there's times where I get tired of spending money.
Well, I can't say that, but I can't relate to that. But.
You don't? No, I'm saying like you don't get like you spend a certain amount of money on something and you're like, all right, I'm done buying stuff for the day.
Well, yeah, that because we're not fucking billionaires. If we're billionaires, it'd be a completely different
Do you?
story.
So do you think that they don't care? Like like money has no value to them?
Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't say no value. It depends on what generation you're talking about. If you're talking about like the fucking like the kid of a billionaire, no, he just had no concept of it. I heard a story. It was actually on Joe Rogan's podcast. It was like some kid. He went to like a party in New York, and he
Like in
just
Joe Rogan shit now?
okay. Anyways, he went to a party in New York, and he had no bags or anything on him or whatnot. He was just chilling out, and then the guy he was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, man. So what are your plans when you hang out when you're here in New York?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm just gonna hang out." He's like, "Do you have any bags?" He's like, "Nah. I'm just gonna kind of just figure it out. I'll probably crash here with my boy or some shit like that." They have no concept of like fucking like really time. I wouldn't think so, and they wouldn't have really concept of money and having that responsibility of how to handle that money. Of course, like he said over there on that podcast, that it's bad for kids that have that. Like just growing up having that mindset that hey,
Yeah.
none of this shit matter. That's fucking horrible. That's how you create goddamn psychopaths. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't. I couldn't imagine having that money. So I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's a factor for the kids. I don't think it matters to them. They're like whatever, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
I wouldn't want to have that much money as a kid because then you don't know yourself and know your worth, nigga.
know yourself, know your worth,
Um,
nigga.
but you know what I'm saying? Like it's not good because you're not really because then they have no value. Like I have a it's kind of weird. I had to learn to have value on money because my parents paid for things for me.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, that's
I
how a
had to
lot of
like
people are.
had to yeah
Unless you're like 8 years old, just going out buying shit yourself. Which to a
no
degree, I mean, to a
no
degree, I was for certain things. Not like I just had money, but it was just like my mom was like, "Hey, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna earn this money, and then if you want to spend your money, you can, but it's your fucking money that you're gonna be spending." And I'm like, "Well, fuck that. If it's my money." So it took me. And that's probably why I'm so fucking cheap now. You know?
yeah. You just be like your mom's like yeah you better earn this money. The
Yeah.
belt snaps.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, you better
Okay.
you
Okay.
better earn you better earn.
You
Shut up.
better shut up. But that does go into like um, that me being cheap. It doesn't extend to everything. It's just that I won't just spend my money just to spend it. Just gotta see something. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta buy it right now. I'm not that type of dude because I'm like, all right, if it's there later, then I'll get it. But I'm not about to go out of my way to get it now because I feel like it's not gonna be there later. I don't feel that panic that some people feel, and it also doesn't extend to
Are you taking shots at me?
no. But wow, no, I didn't even think about that. But if the shoe fits, nigga. Anyways, old Funko Pops buying ass nigga. But
I'm sorry that I have a hobby. I'll just let you do your thing, whatever.
okay. But yeah, I like that doesn't extend to like if I'm like with somebody or even if it's like some of my good friends, I'm like I want to randomly send them a gift. Um, I would do that because I'm just like I'm generally just want to do that for that person. And it also doesn't extend to like restaurants. I'm like, hey, if I have some good service, I'm going to tip. I don't feel like I have to tip, but if I feel like the service can earned it, then yeah, I'll tip you more than usual. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, you earned this. This is great service. Thank you. But I do not feel pressure to tip.
I I don't feel pressure to tip whatsoever. Fuck that and fuck you. Okay. One, I grew up in a country where tipping is not a thing at all because they get compensated.
Yeah.
Their hourly pay is that to where they don't need tips. If you do tip them, it's like €2 because they make enough money as it is anyway.
Right.
So when I came to the States, $2 was my fucking tip. Like $2, that's it, nigga. You ain't
Average.
five. Suck my motherfucking dick. Like I am not giving you fucking $5. I don't care. And I don't also like if I'm picking up food, I don't tip because you have done nothing for me.
Wait, why, yeah.
Like,
Why would you tip for that? I wouldn't tip for that shit.
Yeah, they always look at you all crazy. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry that I'm not gonna say that.
No.
But
Go ahead. Get it out there, man. Put it out in the universe.
I'm sorry that you So that your dumbass is working as a fucking server? No, I'm
Oh
just joking. That was a
shit!
joke. I
Damn,
was saying it for a joke. I was saying it as a
damn.
joke.
Oh my
So I didn't want to
god!
say it because I don't want it to be taken too seriously because you know how people get.
Wow,
But
wow. Are you saying waiters are
yes,
dumb?
servant. Um,
Wow. It's like that, huh?
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Um, if you don't know by now, this is obviously a comedic
Look,
podcast, so
look at you!
don't
Look at you!
go
You're
fuck.
talking about me patting it. Oh my god! You're patting it so goddamn
Go,
much right now.
if you get upset by this, I mean, you know, whatever. Go fuck yourself. Like I don't know what to tell
Oh
you. Anyway,
wow! Oh
it's a
shit!
fucking joke.
Wow. Well,
Oh my
yeah, I
god.
don't. Yeah, I don't feel that need to tip. You know those
I
fucking
just I've
Facebook
never got into
arguments.
tipping.
Well, of course, you grew up in Europe, so but in America, everyone expects you to do it. You see those fucking posts where a person says, "I don't feel like I should have to tip because you don't get paid." Right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not. They make it our the burden becomes on us because their job doesn't pay them. And I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. It sucks that your job doesn't pay you,
Yeah,
but it also sucks that the burden is now on me to make up for that. I don't mind tipping if the service is great.
yeah.
If the service isn't great, my tipping is directly related to the service that I receive. If the service isn't great, like, I would give a penny just to be petty. Okay, like I'm not gonna fucking tip you 15%, 20%. You get me subpar service, but that creates a bad culture. And now it's expected everywhere. Not where I'm at over here in Asia. I'm not fucking. They don't do the tipping thing here either. I just get up and I leave. you know, I'm like, hey, thanks,
Yeah,
and
like
that's
the
it.
peace.
So it really all depends. Like, if there's more Americans in the area, they're gonna start expecting you to tip. That's why I would go to where there's not that many Americans because I won't have to worry about that at all.
You know, when I first came to the States, so in Germany, refills aren't free. Like, you have to pay for them.
What?
And I didn't know that they are free here. Yeah, you have to
Refills
pay for refills.
of water
So, you know, so
or
on drinks. Yeah, drinks. No, not water. Water's free, obviously. But, like, if you
oh,
get, like, a soda or something like that, you have to pay for a refill.
ah,
Um,
ugh.
and so, in most places, I don't know how it is now, because when I went back in January, there were some places where the refills were free. So I was like, oh, but it was around an American base. So I was like, maybe that's why they're doing that. Some
Yeah,
people probably complained or something.
right.
But so anyway, I went there. I came to States, I meant, and this lady started refilling my Coke, right? And I was like, no. I was like, no. I
Jesus
didn't pay. I didn't
Christ.
ask for that. And then
Jesus Christ.
my dad was like, no, man, it's free here. And I was like, oh, I felt like such an asshole.
You should have. Jesus Christ. No.
The cultural thing, man. Well, because I wasn't paying for the meal, and I didn't want to be racking up charges, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want someone just like just placing something on me, and then I had to pay for it later. I mean, like the other week when I was at the beach, I went to some restaurant. It was really a bar, but slash restaurant because they serve a little bit of food. And some guy just came up and gave me and my friends like a platter of like fucking chili cheese covered fries and some wings and shit. And we was like, we said in our heads we didn't order this. We didn't say anything when the guy came up, but we said in our heads that we didn't order this shit. And then we just like fucking started eating it, and then like in our shitty ass fucking minds, we were like, well, if they say anything, we'll just say, hey, we didn't know we're supposed to order that or something like that. We didn't order that, and which is also crazy because there were some guys at another table that were just looking at us and shit. So I'm pretty sure those were their wings, and we were just fucking smashing them, smacking our lips, licking the bone and shit. Don't get me wrong, they
Because
were
of you, they
delicious.
hate Americans.
Probably yes, we were not on our best behavior that trip.
Worse.
Worse, remember? Yeah, but at the same time, I wouldn't have wanted to get charged for it. So when I went up there, I was like, yeah, I just had this drink. I had an Adios motherfucker,
Oh my god.
and then I just left and I went about my day. You know, I'm a shitty person.
They're like, hey man, weren't you the nigga with the?
Nigga, they said that shit out and got low. Yeah, I would have risk going to prison over some fucking $6 wings and fries.
Oh my god.
Fuck them. But yeah, tipping
That's fucking.
tipping as a whole, I mean, I understand the concept, but again, I think it's indicative of a job well done, not just because. I feel like it just because it
Yeah,
kind of lessens the
a lot of
effect of it.
a lot of people nowadays see it as a given, like you're supposed to get a tip. Oh well, you're supposed to tip the waitress. No, man, she was late on my shit. No,
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
we go to group luncheons or whatever,
Oh
and people are
God,
like, "Did you tip?" I was like, "No, I didn't because they didn't do anything. We're tipping."
you probably get a lot of flack for that. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know. I guess I'm a different breed. I'm from a different cloth.
Okay. There's also a stereotype of black people not really, tipping too. So that's like a double whammy. And I don't like to feel pressured that I have to do or not do something just because I'm black. Like, I don't want like for example, I don't want to feel like I have to over tip because I'm black, and I'm gonna let you know. See, not all black people like this. It's not up to me to like dismantle your ignorance just because you seem to think that all black people do such and such. You know, but also on the same vein,
Yeah.
I don't want to like. I'm sure I wouldn't say every black person, but I'm sure a black person has experienced this where they'll be out in public and there's like a luncheon, it's like a buffet or some shit, and they have fried chicken there, and they're like, I really want some fried chicken, but
Like,
I don't want to get the fried chicken because people are like,
yeah,
see, there you go, liking that, which is crazy because fried chicken is delicious. So I don't know why that became a stereotype.
yeah, exactly. Fried chicken is fucking amazing, but I do not like eating it when I don't like eating it when I'm around certain people. I'm just like, you know what? Nah,
And those are
I'm
people you
not.
shouldn't be around in the
I'm
first
not.
place if you feel that way.
Yeah.
They just jumping on those stereotypes,
Um,
that low hanging fruit type jokes. I hate people like that. And they're like, oh, you do this because
yeah,
you're
and then
black, and
plus
I'm
like,
like, yeah, it's so stupid. And I'm like, man, you're not. I enjoy a good race joke, but I was like, dude, if you're not being clever with it, then don't even say it. There's a guy that used to do it. He's a mutual friend. Well, he's not even a friend of ours. He's some nigga we know. Okay, and he like he was saying those jokes, and he's really short.
oh, so he's not.
No,
So he's not. Oh, you said it's really short. Is it that nigga?
you know what I'm talking about. We're not gonna say names, but he started making jokes. So at one point,
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey man, if you keep making these low hanging fruit jokes, I'm gonna get in your ass, man. Cause that was a terrible fucking joke." I was, I'm gonna start talking about how short you are, how your girl left you and cheated on you. I'm gonna get real.
Oh
I said, "Yo,
shit.
if you do that, I'm gonna get real fucking personal."
Oh.
I was, I'm gonna get real personal. He stopped making black jokes right after that shit, and I was like, and it
Oh
wasn't to
my
be mean
god.
to him. It just said, dude, if you're gonna come, you better come with some fire shit, okay? You better not come for some shit I've been hearing since the fifth grade.
Bro.
I lived this black shit. I've been black my entire life, so I've heard some jokes. So you better come with some fresh shit if you're gonna
Yeah.
come with me, And he wasn't. He was doing that
Yeah.
low hanging fruit shit. So I had to get in his ass, man. So
Yeah.
safe to say he
That's what you
unfriended me
gotta
on
do.
Facebook after that. So
No way.
yeah, dead. Well, not immediately after that, but me and him were never really friends. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we just
Me
knew
and him.
we just knew people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
We
that's
just
the thing. And that's the thing about our career field. We people assume that we're all friends. We just know each other.
yeah. I just know this nigga. Like yeah, like just because we talk don't make us cool. Just because we cool doesn't make us friends. Like that's where I've always lived my life. I'm like, hey, I talk to people. I'll joke with you, but I'm not. Doesn't mean we buddy. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean I'm going because
Yeah.
and
Some people
I'm
don't.
very petty too. Because if I see something that I feel like you're not loyal or you're not taking my feelings into consideration, even something really small, that says a lot to me. Because I'm just like, I wasn't in your thoughts when you did something. When you do something, and let's say, even ordering food, you know, and you don't even think about me to even ask if I wanted something. I'm like, you know what, bet man, maybe that wasn't on your mind at the time. But if I'm ordering something, I'm like, hey, does anybody want something? Of course I say this from my perspective,
Yeah.
seeming like I'm the good guy. But in my head,
I was gonna say I've done some things. I've done some things to you,
well, yeah, you
like
are a
that,
terrible
like
friend
where
though.
I'm not
So
very considerate.
no,
But
you are a
you remember
terrible
when I
friend.
came to your house and I had just got back from that fucking game, and then you ordered that food for you and your mom, and I was like, yo. Why don't you just tell me you were ordering food, man? I'm fucking hungry. You don't got shit up in
Yeah,
here.
that did happen.
And then you were like, and I was fucking pissed. Like I was livid on the inside, but I played it off like I wasn't.
Well, I
But I
didn't know
was
if you were
livid.
eating
I was
with your
just like, no,
friends
what the
though.
fuck?
Like you weren't. See, that's different. That's different from you actually being there, than versus you being at a soccer game. You know. So I think that plays a factor into it. You being there and I'm saying, hey man, do you want something versus you being like fucking 10, 15 minutes away with a other group of people that I figured you're gonna eat with. And then you come back like, hey man, why'd you order me some food? Nigga, fuck you. I ain't order you shit. Alright, nigga,
Mm,
fuck you.
okay. No, I wanted to eat with you because I didn't know if you wanted. I didn't know if you guys were eating. I didn't know if you were going to wait, so I was trying to be considerate because I didn't want to be like you guys be like, hey man, you want to go get something to eat? Be like, nah, nigga, I already ate. I'm about to take a nap.
Well, first,
And then
wasn't it like 10 o'clock when you came back?
yeah,
Like PM?
yeah.
Yeah, so no, we're gonna eat before then. I'm sorry you came across the country to play a fucking soccer game with other
No,
people.
I
You
was.
know what? You know what? Podcast over. We're done. All right, I'm done.
You say that every podcast, by
I
the way.
do.
I've noticed that.
One day it's gonna be real. It's gonna be a real thing for me. I'm gonna get fed up, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's gonna be my thing. Podcast over. That's what I'm gonna put as a title. Podcast over. Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Probably another exclamation mark after that though.
Three?
No, yeah, probably
Three of them.
probably four actually. Unless you know you're serious. Bye, man. I'm about to get out of here. I'm fucking like musty. My pits are sweating. I'm like wiping it with my hand and then rubbing it on my chest. I gotta take a shower, man. I got things to
Ew.
do. Yeah, I know.
Why?
Yeah, this is this is forever. Yeah,
Oh my
I'm putting my
god.
manson all over it, ladies.
Hello, ladies. No, so I ordered Firehouse subs the other day, and
I like how I close it out and you're gonna keep talking, but okay. Go ahead though.
yeah, but you just reminded me of something, so shut the fuck up and listen.
Wow.
So,
Wow. First you talk shit about waitresses, and now you're talking shit to your best friend. Wow, man. I don't know what's been going on with you lately, man.
FUXYU.
Fuck you.
So anyway, I ordered the food and the guy got here, and as soon as I opened the door, this nigga smelled like straight up onions. All right, onions. Like, god damn.
Well, maybe it was the
like
sub.
as soon as he gave me the nigga, it was him. I didn't have any. I don't order onions on my food. But this nigga, man, he smelled like shit. Like to a point where I had to like turn my head and breathe in from my house and talk to him again, like while he was digging out the bag. I was like, dude, no wonder you're on deliveries. They don't want you in the fucking shop.
Jesus Christ, man. Did you tell him that though? Did you let him know?
I didn't. No, I'm not gonna tell him that.
Wow, he could have. He probably doesn't know, man. He could have solved that issue.
Whatever, man. I didn't want him to fuck with my food. So
You already
my
had it
food
in
in his
hand. You had it in hand, man. All right, man. That was good, man. We're gonna end it on that. Matter of fact, we're gonna end it on that.
No, say something funny.
No, that's it. All right, guys. We'll see you later next week.
All right.
Hey, man. Fuck you. Next time you talk to me that way again, I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass.